Let's go. Back again. Ready to rumble. Another week, a different chipset. Let's go. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday. Early. Well, not super early, but earlier for probably everybody else that's potentially tuning in. But we wanted to do some early tournaments today. We with the way ACR is, the schedule seems to lean a little bit more towards the afternoon schedule. So we're switching it up this week. We're doing the morning. And we are playing on WPT Global. Brand new partner for Rec Poker, which is exciting. So we're over there this week. I was going to play on 888, but I just didn't really feel like doing cash. And I just think the tournament selection is going to be better where we're playing today. So I'm excited. We've got some big tournaments coming up. I'm also going to play a satellite to get into the 33. I tried a couple satellites to get into the 25, the weekly 25. So that didn't work out, but yeah, I think I fired a couple bullets at that. Just trying to get in on a day one. Kind of funny though, because if you play a satellite, you still gotta get through day one. So it's kind of one of those situations, but all good. Here we are. Let's get some poker. That's our first table. I got 2 tables up already, so we're ready to rock right off the bat. This is the 550. We've been losing a few chips in this tournament here. We haven't been doing very well off the bat for a PKO, especially starting one right off the rip. Down to 150 blinds, but actually got one player covered over here on my right, so to keep an eye on how this develops. Still early days, 2 hours of late reg, so we got an extra bullet in the purse perhaps for this one. Then let's set up table 2 here. Mystery bounty. Traditionally, I've not had very good luck in these tournaments as far as mystery bounties go, just across all the sites, not even just one particular site, just overall, just have not had the success that I would have liked to have in mystery bounties. Could just be variance too, but seems like every time I register these tournaments, they just don't turn out for me. But 171 blinds, we're in good shape here. Picked up a nice little pot there just before we went live, so we are sitting okay. So I'll change the title. We're not on ACR, so this 660 Stormers is a not correct title. This is the $11, I believe, right? Oh, my headset's dying too. Yeah, this is the $11. $11 daily crown. I can get my typing hands. Get my typing hands started this morning. Oh my goodness, not a very good start, eh? There we go. Decent amount of late reg in this one, not quite as much as the 550. About an hour. A bit more of a turbo-y structure in this. So that's table 2. Let's go to table 1. 1650. Did really well in that last week. Pretty happy with how we cashed in that. That was a good stream last week. Good long stream. Hopefully we can repeat it and get some cashes today. WPT title shot. This is on the Asia schedule. Asia mini main. Maybe I'm gonna do. We know it's on WPT. Let's just do. Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of close enough. Summarize the title a little bit. like I say, we'll have an extra bullet for this one. We'll see if we late reg the mystery bounty. Actually, be more incentivized to late reg the mystery bounty as opposed to just the regular PKO. But see how it goes. Just getting the stream open now, watching us set it up. Ooh, not good on my phone here, gotta charge that. We're off to the races here. $33, we're gonna play regardless. I just want to figure out if I'm going to do a Sadie or not for it. Well, we'll do a Sadie, I think, and then we'll just we'll just buy right in. I'm not gonna mess around with too many satellites today. Like I said, I did have a crack at the 25. The $25 with the 100K guarantee here on WPT. Good looking tournament, but don't want to be blasting $25 bullets too much. I'm still very bankroll conservative right now, so if we can find cheaper ways to get in. So there's another tournament in a little bit that we're going to play. Oh, I missed the late reg on that satellite to the 33. See if we can catch another one. I just missed the late reg. I just clicked on it. There's one that starts now. That's in a couple minutes. We'll just hang out for now. $9-7 off in the blinds. I think we take a flop here. I've seen worse hands in the big blind, especially deep like this. Give ourselves a chance to see 3 cards. Check, check, king on the turn. Lots of king X on the big blind when we defend like this, but he's still in a relatively strong position, so pretty easy for him to check king X on the flop too, and hard for us to improve. Would love to just river a pair, but we don't. Rivering pairs is easy. We just have our showdown now. It's like, can we bluff here with 9 high? I'm gonna try it. Gotta try and get some folds. We do get called, but that's okay. Oh, he did turn a king. What a cheeky bugger. What a cheeky bugger. I almost bet the turn too. Alright, a little bit of another misstep there in the 550. I've had a couple of those this morning. We just got to try for it there with 9 high. Can't really just go to showdown. We don't have any showdown value. I mean, if he bets river, we can just fold, but always like to just give ourselves an opportunity to win the pot if he's just going to fold to our river bet there. Didn't think he would check back some king X there on the turn. Kind of weird too, because it's not really the best king, and we're fairly limited on how many good kings we're gonna have. Like, we're not gonna have king queen that often, so I'm probably 3-betting that a little bit out of the blinds, especially from where he opened from. So certainly interesting. Not seeing a bet on the turn there. King on the turn, good for him. Not good for us. But couldn't resist once we get there. Once we get to that river. Could even tried a little overbet there too. He's still not folding, but could have tried a little bit of an overbet. See if we could have maybe got a couple more folds that way from some other hands, some small pairs that are under the king. That's kind of what we're hoping to fold, is like any pair under the king that he just might think is no good. But not getting that hand to fold. Fun one to start. See if we can turn this around. I've been losing a couple chips here in the early levels, but 2 big stacks on my right with bounties already. Kind of adds to it. See if we can navigate here a little bit. Yeah, so the 33. Starts in 10 minutes. There's only one more satellite to it. And it's got like an hour late reg, so I think we'll just play it. I'm not even going to worry about satelliting. 300 big blinds to start in that. We will probably switch that out for the 550 actually. Because it's still early days here on the stream, so with it being early days on the stream, I don't think there's anyone that's going to complain if we put in a slightly larger bind than the 550. We'll keep playing this obviously on the side, and hopefully we can get something to happen more than what we've had. A bit of a rough start. Always like to win chips in these and then try and just put yourself in a position to win bounties. But it's gone the opposite way for us, which will happen from time to time. Boom, boom, ba-dum. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. So appreciate everyone hanging out this morning. It's a little early, but excited to see what kind of damage we can do. Let's go over to this one. I think we're still doing 3 blinds here. Still plenty deep. Okay, this is a good board for big blinds, unfortunately. We needed some paint and we got the far opposite of it. Still just checking here. King high. Actually not a terrible run out. Still some ace-x here in the big blind that we haven't accounted for, but we win here a decent amount. We chop. Very unexciting hand there. Oh, and qualifying starts for this today as well. I'm going to save this and we're going to put this in on this break screen. So yeah, there is so July 31st at 11 there's a free roll. Let's go over to the 550 here. We finally get a good flop and a good hand. Blind versus blind here is a little dicey, but I think I want to size up my bets here. Could even went a little bigger than this. Great turn though. Great turn. I think I could have went a little bigger on the flop. I could have even went pot or even maybe a little over. That's what I'm going to do on the turn. I think we're going to keep putting the hammer down here. I have a big hand in the small blind here. I was going to say he could have a big hand in the small blind that he's just calling along with, but there's a lot of rivers there that are going to be dicey for us for sure. Nice to take that pot. We're still not really in a good position here, but we're a little better off now. We're gonna raise this one. So hard with the blinds, with everyone being so deep next to us. Small bet here. I mean, still, like I say, so much King X and big blind when they call like this, but obviously a good flop for us as well. Top pair, no kicker, but I blocked some of the straights to 3. Potentially some of the bluffs as well. Does just fold. So I think the blinds went up in the $11. Aces versus Ace King. Aces will win. Blinds went up in this. This is the back to the 11. Trying to redeem ourselves for finishes in. I do want to get another coffee before we start this 33. She's crazy. Alright, we're up to 4 tables now, which is good. I'll pull in the 33 here. I'm just going to make a quick coffee. Okay, where are we at here? King 8 off. I guess we're going to take a flop here. A little bit unfortunate that we're not suited. It's a little better of a multi-way hand. If we were suited, alright, we are all settled in. Folding this one. Folding a couple hands. Table 1. We're going to do a little flip-flop here. Pretty quiet so far on the stream. $33 dropping in. Play this on the stream instead. See if we can just win this pot. That would be lovely. I was wondering if you ever check raises like 8-9 here. It'd be just kind of a sin, because we have the best hand. I was kind of thinking he was going to raise this one anyways. We don't need to get real sticky here in this situation. It's kind of one that I should know not to c-bet, but I couldn't resist. I had to try it. Get that worked out of my system early here so we can start checking some flops and not worry about c-betting, continuation betting all the time. I knew that was one there that I should definitely check a lot, but it's alright. Only cost us a few big blinds off our starting stack of 300 big blinds in this, and we're short-handed. And we're short-handed. Put this in the muck. Alright, I'm going to change the title here so we don't get confused. Liquid gold. Liquid gold. See if we can keep our nose clean here, at least for a little bit. Try and see if we can not get into insanely massive pots here with 300 big blinds deep, unless we have something to go to war with. Ooh, our favorite hand. 2 to go in a raise. We'll fold, but let's go over to the $11. This is a little bit better than King 10. Love to see some action here. We do. Was kind of expecting it from this player because he's done this once before. Calling here, we have this deck's covered as well. Queens, Cooler Town. Let's go. Good start in the 11. Good start in the 11. Let's go back up to the 33. We're picking up hands left and right now. We're on a roll. Head to dust the cobwebs with another cup of joe. Not great here, though. We'll keep folding. Very flop dependent hand. Like, we got to be able to hit some diamonds. Or some diamonds. Yeah, some diamonds. Diamonds would really help. Some hearts, I mean. So, yeah. Just going to put it in the muck. And we'll live to fight on. This is kind of some 3-bet potential. Don't mind playing in position, though, either. Beautiful little top pair here. Probably a better flop for us anyways. Kind of surprised to see him betting here. And just range consideration wise, this 8-5-4 board's going to be pretty good for us once we defend big blind. 6 of hearts on the turn is not my favorite card, but it can't be his either. I'm going to make it 12. It's a pretty strong bet. He does quickly call. Trips on the river, but man, everything comes in. I don't know if I really want to do value bet here because we often get punished on this river. Yeah, I'm not gonna. How often do we lose this pot? Oh man, that sucks. I knew that just was not a good run out for us, especially when he calls the turn. Yeah. Bummer that we improved there in the river and still lose the pot. But that's how it is. Not a very strong hand there in that situation. It's blind versus blind. They're going to have a lot of hands that have us dominated. And there's just value on myself. I don't know if he was going to raise or if they were going to raise or not. But just would have value owned myself there in that situation. Try and get some value for our trips, and then we get called by a straight. It's not a ideal outcome. We can just check and win the pot there sometimes. I don't know what we're kidding here. Check and win the pot about 10% of the time. No, I don't know. It's very low, but man, oh man. Sick turn. Sick turn. I'm gonna 3-bet this one. I'm feeling feisty now in the $11 here. I think this makes a better raise than a call. Go heads up here anyways. We're out of position. This gives me some room to fold if he shoves. I can still get folds. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I kind of knew he wasn't going to fold anyways, but gotta still try for it. They are not letting us have it easy today on WPT. They are not letting us have it easy today. The big boys have showed up. Ready to battle. Bummer. Kind of wish I had that one back, but onwards we go. Always like to try and see if we can get folds. Geez, we're getting hammered here early on. Some hands on some other tables at queens there on king high, where I don't know. Unfortunate. All right, bigger and better things here. Ace queen, ace queenity. Lots of 3-betting going on at this table, so not surprised to see one here. This is how I kind of want to play it, but we're so deep here. Don't really want to just, so I can 4-bet fold this pretty easily if he decides to do some craziness. And we're so deep here that, okay. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna stick with my plan. Gonna stick with my plan on that one. Just we're so deep that I just don't need to put in another 20 bigs. Yeah, it's like almost every hand's a 3-bet in this tournament so far. I don't think I've seen one hand that hasn't been 3-bet at this table. Significantly tougher in the 33 than it is in the other ones. I definitely notice a difference there for sure. But wanted to jump in something with a bit more meat on the bone. Oh man, it's hard when it doesn't go well at the start. I even find that when I'm playing, not even on the stream, but just when I'm playing myself. Just harder to get out of that that downward slide. Easy to get into it, hard to get out of it. See if we can do it here. It only takes a couple pots if we can turn it around with a couple wins. Get some more confidence built up. All right, I won an all in there in the 22 yen buy-in, which is about a $3 USD buy-in. Just have it up on the side. Got all in with ace king versus ace 4 suited. Hit the king and hold. That was the same tournament where I had the queens on king high board. And Yeah, maybe he should have had that one back too, because I don't know if he has enough bluffs for us to really call with queens there or not. But especially when some of the flushes come in as well. All right, we're not doing terrible. Not doing terrible. Getting that momentum back after that first all in and that win. You win your first all in. We're on the right track. If you don't win that first all in for your tournament life, no matter what buy-in, just a lot of momentum in this game. You just need things to kind of lean your way. Only a half-hour late reg left in this. By the time we come back from break, there's only going to be about 15 minutes left. Fairly small top prize, but will be fun to see what kind of mystery bounties we get into here. Kind of looking forward to it. Hopefully we can get to that point where we're busting some players. That would be fun. 195 up top. 102 entries. There's probably less players than that left. We'll check it out as we go here. Still have 80 in the 550 as well, so we switched from the 550 to the 33, but still doing okay in the 550. 2.1 to go. 9's on the button. Could flat here, but I much prefer a raise. And then if small blind wants to shove, we're going to call. Same with the original opener. I think we're going to call his shove as well. Hopefully small 3-bet here. We can just take it down. He does call, which is fine. 1 over. I'm wondering if he ever leads there, but you will see it occasionally. Maybe not so much on this type of board. I think we can just go small here. He's going to have a lot of overcards that just don't connect with this board. Could be slow playing us with some overpairs, but it's going to be... A lot of those are going to be all in prees. 8 on diamonds on the turn. We have our flush draw now. I'm not really excited about this, to be honest. I think he's going to have some better hands. Maybe some Jack X, but again, I think we see an all-in on the flop. I think if he has overpairs, we see an all-in pre-flop. So we're kind of narrowing down what he has. We know he doesn't have a Jack. Again, flush draws are probably raising, so we can rule those out most of the time. But we also don't want to let him see a free river card or a cheap river card and let him suck out on us. So just going to put him in. 57 blinds. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we get walked with ace queen in the 550. No. I guess it's not the best hand to get walked with. Not like we had aces or kings or something, but still we want to play for a pot, even if we don't win it. We've got a good enough hand that we can get in there, but nobody wanted to play. Quick fold here. See now with this limper. Just gonna get it out of the way. 57 blinds. These levels are fairly aggressive. Do 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 do. Appreciate everyone for hanging out, especially early in the morning. I know most of our viewers are probably going to be on different time zones, so as early it is for me, I'm sure there's some other people that are just waking up. Queen 10 off here is kind of tempting. Still like it in the later positions. I'm actually going to fold, probably a little tight. I don't mind making tighter folds with those kind of hands, though. This table's wild. Like, we're just hanging out. There's so much 3-betting going on that there's just nothing we can do in this 33 for now. Having assessed it now, I think that I'm okay with how I played those couple of hands that we had. Even with the 4-bet, just knowing that there's so much 3-betting going on that we're going to have to incorporate some 4-bets. I think people give less credit to the smaller raises the deeper you are, because they know that you can kind of use a bit of leverage to try and get some folds and stuff. So I don't know. I think that the deeper stacked you are, the harder it is to get away with 4-bets. The problem with 4-bets when you're shorter stacked is you're basically all in most situations once you get shorter stacked. So it's kind of like this catch-22, but kind of now why I'm wondering if that's why we're seeing some non-all-in 4-bets again off shorter stacks, because I've been seeing it more and more, especially on GG, where some players are starting to take that line of that smaller 4-bet as opposed to just shoving like right around that 40-50 blind mark, which is still fairly short stacked, and most of the time when you're 4-betting, you're usually all in. But I've seen a bit of a shift in that lately, or maybe just people are 3-betting a little bit wider, so people are starting to 4-bet a little bit more as well. Couple minutes till break. Appreciate you. King 10 taking down a pot there. Two to go. Straight to the muck with our suited king. Hopefully we can keep this going for a good morning stream. So far so good. Keeping our nose somewhat clean here. I'm just going to fold this ace. These ace 7, ace 8s. Not my favorite aces. Too bad this wasn't in the mystery bounty phase of this tournament. I just fold here, actually. It's a little weak. But, again, we're not in the mystery portion of this tournament. Don't really want to try and make a raise here, I don't think. Would have been in a good situation there with the sixes, though. Alright, we'll log that into the memory bank. Kind of surprised it seemed just flat there. I suppose that, again, there's less to slow play because it's not a pure bounty tournament where they can just call there and have a big hand. It's a mystery bounty, and we haven't even got to the mystery portion yet, so see if we can take one pot here before break. Gonna make it 2 big blinds. Short stacks all behind here with our favorite hand. See if we can get a couple blinds before we go to break. In the tank. Top pair, you love to see it. $1.5. Nice. All right, that's our first hour. Done and dusted. So far, so good. Couple pots there when we first started. I think we probably could have wanted back, but it's okay. 113 blinds in the $33. That's our biggest buy-in today. So stay tuned on that. Got 67 blinds in the $5.50. 47 blinds in the $11. And then I've got this little Asia Turbo Hyper thingy for like $3, I think. Around there. It's like just over a $3 buy-in PKO. That's on the side as well. Appreciate everyone for being here. Just fired off a tweet there a little bit ago. We are on WPT, so use code RECPOKER. All uppercases, all one word. Get yourself in there. I think there's a free roll today as well. So be sure if you can play on WPT that you get on over there. All right, I'll check you guys out here in a second. I'm going to add the promo to the break page as well, so you'll see that populate here in a second. So see you guys in a minute. Alright, definitely not calling now. Was going to consider it before, but we get squeezed out, which saved us some money. Oh, we would have beat the ace-king, though. Had to switch to a t-shirt. It is getting warm already. Does not take long. $44 bigs. And holding steady. Steady on the wheel. Five, two suited. Oh, an interesting one here. Could have maybe made a small raise versus big blind here, like 3 big blinds. Okay. But I didn't really want to put in 3 and then have to fold. It's nice to put in 3 and then have them fold though. So it's always the risk versus reward. I think we have some better hands there that have a little bit better full opportunities. Ace 2. I like this one actually better because, well, we're not blind versus blind anymore. So there is that. Oh my goodness. 3-bet once again. Small blind. Small 3-bet as well. Small 3-bet as well. Blinds are going up in the 33. Let's have a peek over there. 75 in our stack. Not off to the best of starts, but we have lots of tournaments today to choose from. If things get real desperate, hopefully they don't. Seems like this is the way it goes for me, though. Usually most of my sessions is it takes a little bit for me to get kind of warmed up and get dialed in. Get the zooms out of me with some of the 3-bets and stuff. Just crazy to see the aggression on here today. A little surprised. But we find a way to make the folds. Yeah, we move tables. Fresh perspective. But not fresh cards, unfortunately. 6-3 off. Quickly into the muck. Oh my goodness. I'm getting 4-bet again. I don't know if I've been, well, don't know if we've been 4-bet, but we've been 5-bet anyways. We'll raise this one. See if we can avoid the re-raising here. Don't really turn any additional equity here. I'll make a small 3-bet here. They haven't been working for me, but I'll call the all-in if he does decide to go. It's a fairly strong position that we're up against, however. If he does decide to jam, but he doesn't. $35 big blinds in our stack with only a few minutes left of late reg. Certainly not the worst situation. Not super thrilled about how the 33 has been going. We've been getting stymied by our competition. Stymied, I say. Let's go back to the 33 again. We actually have a premium. A legitimate premium this time. I'm going to 2.5. We'll save the half a big blind. Save our half. Start saving our half big blind now that we're under 70. And not folding to this 3-bet either. Just got to call and hope for the best. In position here as well. Ace high. So for a 10. Makes it so much easier when you just turn it. 8.1 on the turn. I just don't know what he 3-bets that he checks and then bets the turn with like this. Maybe we win a showdown here, but it's fairly unlikely. Oh, we do. Okay. Okay. Interesting hand. The story didn't make sense. It was just, I don't know why he wouldn't have bet the flop, or, yeah. Just seemed odd. Just wasn't really lining up right. Good to have position there as well in that situation. Definitely good to have position there. That saved us a lot of pain and suffering. With our tens. King, ace king versus jacks. With a king on the board. We move tables again. Seems like we've been jumping around a little bit in this one. A couple of us are sitting out this hand. All in on one of the outer tables. Ace queen under the gun with 7.5 blinds in the 22. I guess it's the yen buy-in. Aces. I've heard that's a good hand. I've got pocket eights as well in the $11, so we're picking up some pairs here. No action with the eights, but the aces are looking nice. Looking real nice. 2.5. Again, just being under 70, we're going to save that half a blind when we open. Now we want to get 3-bet. Who wants to 3-bet us this time? Oh, just calls. I actually don't hate half pot or 3/4 here. Kind of harder to wrap around the jack and the 9 unless they have queen 10 or ace or king 10. That's a really bad river. A lot of stuff comes in. We have an amazing card in our hand with the ace of diamonds, but not my favorite run out. And he does have a 9 anyways, so GG's there in the 33. We just couldn't get anything going there. I mean, beat by 9-7 off and calls us on the just calls us on the button. Turns trips. I probably could have gotten away from that one, I think, but I just knew what he had. I just knew what he had. It's not a question that he has a 9 or a flush, or I didn't know exactly what he had, but I knew that I wasn't going to win that pot. So that's good. That's good frustrating. Biggest buy-in of the day, gone within an hour. That's alright. On to the next. This one here is this PKO that I've been playing on the side. There's still 17 minutes left of late reg. We're getting through the late reg on... We are getting through the late reg on the $11. Looks like they're doing re-entries now. Ah, man. God. So frustrating. Just couldn't get anything going. I mean, it's just so hard when you're just... Like I was saying earlier, the momentum is kind of critical with this game. Just feels like it goes a long way to putting yourself in a position to have the confidence to make certain moves. I'm surprised he called there too, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because there was a lot of hands that we could have had that could have put him in a tough spot. Still frustrating though. I'll bust myself up about that for a little bit, and then I'll be over it by next break. I might find something else to play as well. Daily Asia. This is more of the off the Asia schedule. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep this one on. So this is more of the Asia. This is a daily on the Asia. So it is definitely a hyper. The levels have been moving along here pretty quick. Levels have been moving along here pretty decently. Still hanging on in the 11 as well. Just lost in the 550. Jacks on Jack High versus Queens and Ace 10. Runner clubs. Okay. Alright, that's a bummer. We get the resuck. Jack High with 2 clubs versus Queens and Ace 10. Ace of clubs in the Ace 10 hand. 2 clubs on the board. Jacks for us. Top set. Runner. We lose to the Ace 10 in the 550 that we were playing earlier this morning. Unfortunate. We get coolered by the Queens in the big blind, and then we get bailed out. Just to ultimately get resucked out on again. Oh, man. Bummer, man. Again, it's like the momentum thing. If you can't get momentum going. I was going to shove this myself just cause 11 bigs, but maybe save us a little money there. We are out of late reg in the $11. $24 blinds in that. That's right here. Just gonna fold the King 9. 26 paid in this, and there's 74, so we got about 50 to go. Referee for the 2 pair. Wow. Big hands. Big hands there. This will be all in here. GG's. I don't know. I don't know. There's an $11 that just started up. There is some smaller satellites that we could play that look kind of fun. We'll just play this for now and hang out. Some deliberation there. I think I'm just too short and a couple of short stacks behind. Knit it up a little bit. There's also a turbo that starts in a little bit. That looks kind of nice, actually. It's another one of those smaller yen buy-in tournaments. So some potential for sure. That's in 38 minutes. So okay, that's at the top of the hour. A little feeder satellite as well for the 55 Daily Crown. There are some satellites to the Sunday Slam that look kind of interesting. 8-seat guarantee that starts in 12 minutes. I'd love to lay reg that if we do play it. Which we might actually. That kind of seems tempting. And then that turbo that starts at the top of the hour. So, okay, I think there's enough there that we'll just focus on this table for now, but we are going to register. But we'll just hang out for a second because we don't really need to register anything right yet. Sometimes it's nice to jump in the satellites a little bit earlier to try and build some stacks, but ultimately late regging those is just going to be the best strategy. There's a little $3 actually. It doesn't look too bad. $200 guarantee. It's a bounty. Mini main event. There's another one there for $2. It's actually looking pretty good. I like those smaller ones that we can jump into. There's a few of them. Getting a little bit shorter in this mystery bounty, but we haven't really had any hands to try and go to war with. Would love to double, obviously, and try and build a stack as we get closer to this money bubble. See how the back end of this hour goes. Ba-doom. May get walked. Just as the blinds go up. Queens versus Ace Jack. The King 10 would have beat both of them. Couldn't go up against the action though that was being presented. Lots of money going in. King 7 suited. Tempting jam here. Less than 30 from the money. I'm probably just going to fold though. Feels like I could shove, but I don't know. We'll pass this one, this opportunity by to shove. It's a good hand though. Just our stack size is getting to be a bit tricky. Sure, in theory it's a jam, but tournament life is just worth so much that I don't think it's a factor that we consider enough as tournament life, because we can just fold there and continue to chug along with 14 blinds. I mean, the levels are fairly aggressive, so we are going to get blinded off. We don't want to be folding too many of those. This one I will shove though. It's a couple ticks better. And 2 short stacks in the blinds. So we won't be Oh, we will be all in. Okay. Sevens. Let's go. Great turn card there. Bails us out. That's a huge pickup. As we continue our climb here in this. Yeah, there's a Sunday Slam 8-seat guarantee. I'm going to keep a very close eye on that. Looks like it could be a fun tournament. There's a title shot, $11. Plus that $250 with the 600 guarantee. Still a decent amount of late reg on things. We'll just fold that one. Just under 20 to the money. Alright, I'm jumping in the 250. So starting out with about 80 bigs in that. It's a $600 guarantee. Looks like they got a decent amount of players in there. There is some other ones with the smaller buy-ins for smaller guarantees that garner a few less players, which is always good because but overall the fields are small enough on WPT that we're not too worried about trying to dodge variance or anything like that. Definitely on some other sites, you definitely want to pay attention to what tournaments you register, depending on how many people there are. That's how I kind of go by it anyways, because I know the bigger tournaments are going to be a little harder to try and cash and to run deep in compared to the smaller guarantee, smaller prizes, but better chances of running deep. Alright, $11 buy-in. We're doing another one. Title shot, 1.5K guarantee. We're going to jump that into the mix. Should have a good starting stack there as well. I'm going to rejam this one. A little scary. Don't really want to get called by anybody behind. Maybe the big blind, but that would be about it. Maybe the big blind, but we get the folds. Domination, ooh. There's always a chance. Not this time. Trips. Alright. We are doing okay in this now. I had a little bit of a surge. I do love picking up chips at this stage of the tournament. they do have some more tables to choose from now. Let's go. The Oval Jade. It's kind of a nice table. Six is under the gun here. Definitely going to raise. I was already considering this. This is one of the larger stacks as well. I'm just going to fold. Had it been one of these players, it's only going to cost us half our stack, but for that player, it's going to hurt us a little bit more. I mean, really, at best, we're flipping. So he's got like pocket fives or something like that. Very specific set of hands that he could have, but I don't know. Ace nines. Oh, the ace nines going to war. One comes out over the other. I'm going to shove. Not quite sure why we're hand for hand. 26 to the money. I think there is enough worse hands there in that situation that we could potentially get called. Yeah, kind of curious as to why we're paused here, given that we're still 12 to the money. Oh, mystery stage. Okay. I didn't realize that the mystery stage was before the money. Let's go. Nice. We got some mystery bounties. Oh, the question is, how aggressive do we go for it? 8.4. There's 3.8 behind. We're doing it. This Could be reckless, but we're going to go for it. Oh, we do get called. King 9. Ace 10. Oh, no. Disaster. Horrible. Horrible. See what our bounty was. $5.60. Womp womp. Did not make the money. Probably could have just folded that one. But with the mystery bounties in play, not going to waste any time there. Had a good opportunity there versus the ace 10 actually. We had very live cards. If it wouldn't have been for the king queen behind, we would have been in a pretty good situation there really. We wouldn't have won, but unfortunately king queen comes along for the ride. Can't really blame him there actually, because that makes total sense. So kind of was just hoping everybody would fold, or we would get called by like a really worse hand, like 8-9 suited or 7-6 suited or something like that. Somebody going real crazy for bounties. A little disappointing though. That was a good chance for us to cash. The mystery bounties though, they never seem to work out for me. I think I just tried too hard to try and get the pulls. All right, we're going to play that little turbo. Has not been good results for us today. Pretty much just been getting crushed. Most of it my own doing. All of it my own doing, really. Just to not get a very good start, and then just haven't really been able to build anything. I mean, we were able to do a little bit of damage in the 11 when we were for those stupid mystery bounties. Anyways, I should learn my lesson and not play them anymore, because I get too aggressive with the bounties. Like normal situation there, I can easily fold that king 9 suited, but big chunk of the prize pool is tied up in those bounties, so just got to be able to put it on the line when it counts and try and win where the money is. Suited king will call. We could 3-bet this as well. Not a bad 3-bet candidate. Do have a pair now. Bang, a smidge of an overbet. A smidge of an overbet. Interesting. Might have had the best hand there, but not worth putting in 6 into that kind of a pot. Going to be some tough turn cards there as well. Would love to see some hearts. Again, could have been a potential 3-bet for us pre-flop as a bluff, which I don't hate. Only a couple of minutes from break, thank goodness, because it keeps getting rougher for us here. Again, a couple satellites I'm going to probably late reg. The $11 to the Sunday Slam. Still an hour left in that. 8 seats guaranteed. There's only 11 players. There was another one I was looking at. 10 seats guaranteed. Yeah, Lucky, Crown, Mystery Bounty. Half hour left to late reg in that. So when we come back from break, we might have a poke at that one. $5.50 buy-in for the $55 ticket, and 10 seats guaranteed in that one as well. So I think those two satellites are the ones that I like the most, the 55 and the 110. Just going to fold the Queen 10 here. This is a late position open, but craziness ensues. 190 blinds, 150 effective. Going all in pre-flop. I'm just folding this one as well. So deep here, it's most likely an open, but hands like these are a good way to bleed chips. Even if we get an ace-high flop, if we get multiple players in the pot, it's going to be hard for us to try and profitably stay in there, try and win the pot. We'll do 3 to go. 2 Broadway cards. We'll start with a check. Great turn for us to delay c-bet on. We take it down. So that'll be break. Not the best day so far on the felt. Gotta try and hone some stuff in. I think I overplayed my aces earlier in the 33, and I probably punted my stack in the 11 when we were in the mystery bounty phase. So 2 very expensive mistakes today so far that cost us 2 fairly decent tournament spots. So yeah, pretty bummed by that, but we're gonna keep grinding. I want to try and see if we can satellite into these bigger tournaments, the 55 and the 110, and for relatively cheap as well. So we'll see if we can do that. I'm going to play these 2 tournaments as well, and I believe there's another Turbo PKO that is on our schedule. So got lots of poker still to play. Just need to get reset and try and avoid some of the mistakes that we made earlier. So kind of a punt with King 9 suited there, and kind of overplayed my aces. So we're gonna try and dial those things in, see if we can make the back end of this session a little better, and get some cashes on the board before the end of the day. All right, see you guys in a minute. Alright, let's see if we can dial it in. I'm ready to go. Feeling a little better. Refocused after a little break. Let's go with pot here. Flush draws to call. Turn 2 pair. Obviously 9-4, 9-2, 9-7, all problems, but I think there'd be enough flush draws here. Kind of contemplating on what sizing to use. We fill up. That's pretty sick. I don't wonder, maybe a smaller bet on the river, try and get some more value, but I think there's enough misdraws there that he can call us with a 7 or a 9 if he's going to have one. Alright, let's populate this table. 250. Let's check it out. We got a hand. Don't tell Chris Jones. We do have this, I think, are we covered? Yes, we are covered. We're not folding. Not gonna fold. Really want to see a 5 here. No 5 in sight. Where's Chris when you need him? Got a really great price there to take a flop. Our suited cards didn't connect. Unfortunately. The 10-seater guarantee has a few minutes left of late reg. $20 minutes. It's not horrible. Ooh, oops. Probably should have opened that one. King 7. It's probably right on the line. Our opens haven't been going so well today, so. Ooh, there's one there that's overlaying. The Egyptian feeder as well. Only has 14 players. 3-seater guarantee. 10 players and 3 seats. Oof. That's tempting. That is tempting. There's not many players in that. 16 blinds to start. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one, I think. I think we'll still play the other one. This is the Egyptian feeder that I'm in for the 110 Sunday Crown. There's also another one. And the 55. We'll start a little deeper in one of them, so. Got quite a few tables up now, but we'll stay focused on the 250 and the $11 title shot. Let's go to that one, actually. 3 big blinds with our wheel ace. Suited. 5 middle pair actually here. Interesting getting called by this player. Aces and 5s on the river. Let's see a flop here. Suited connectors, still really deep here. Really nice looking flop here, actually. Worried about this player having some ace-x. See, if this checks through on the turn, we're going to see what happens on the river. Kind of interesting. This player on my right called. The front door flush comes in as well. I don't know. I was thinking about making a move, but just with that front door flush coming in, this player also having called the flop, makes me hesitate a little bit. Makes me think that maybe the player on my right is slow played, but now we just get to fold. 7 on the river. Oof. We were behind the whole time, so good to lay it down there. Not get sticky at all. Interesting hand, though, because we had a potential there to make a raise on the flop to take that down. And I was thinking in my head, like, this wouldn't be a terrible raise. The strength of position of the players in the hand always kind of sway my decision a little bit, whether what I'm going to do, how aggressive I'm going to be. Of course, that's seeing the hands as well. Like I know, now that I know what they have, it's easy to say. Always the case. I'm just check calling here at a position. No need to really bloat this pot. We still have the best hand here, a ton. Just check calling. We have one of the, well, we have the best club in our hand. Just blocks some of the value. Check, check, take it down. This is a good situation. More like the situation we want to be in a bounty tournament where we have people covered at the table, even by a few big blinds. So much better situation than what we were in before when we started today. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Been a bit of a tough day on the felt, so it's hard to keep the good vibes rolling. Getting a little bit more dialed in though. We gotta stay focused. Always first part of the session is always worse than the Big hand in the big blind. Whoa. Whoa. This seems kind of bonkers. Oh, man. Seems kind of bonkers. 2 bounties? Good luck, I guess. Aces and jacks? Any ace or jack. Yeah, we weren't dominated there. That was amazing. Like, I lost the pot and I'm smiling. Honest to God, that was awesome. I'm super glad we had the overs there. That was, like, perfect situation. Queen 8 with 20 bigs. Yeah, let's just send it. What are we doing here? 2 live cards, hopefully, if we get called. Wowzer. That was a really ideal situation, though. I cannot even complain about that. Expecting to see ace, king, ace, queen there a ton. Possibly queens, jacks. But no, that was good. I will take that all day long, especially for 2 bounties. Would have been nice if they would have had like some ace 6 or ace 5 suited or something like that. Ace 7 suited here. We have a less believable story to tell now that we've been playing the way that we've been playing. A little flush hunt, the ace 7 suited. I also just don't think we're going to have that much fold equity if we jam pre-flop. Even though sometimes we do have just the best hand. Jack 9 suited. Getting some hands. We are getting some hands. 2.6. Okay, we don't need to with 20 bigs. Take a pass on this one. It's a good hand, but decently strong open. We know we're going to have players behind that are going to come in if we call. If we 3-bet, we have to shove, which I'm not a fan of either. Well, it has not been our day on WPT, and traditionally I've been pretty darn good on this site. We made a couple critical mistakes throughout the day that definitely wish we had back. Hey, we have a legitimate hand. I think with a $5 bounty and the stacks being so deep behind, we can just shove. Maybe we can get multiple callers as well. This is a reshove, which lowers our potential of getting multiple callers, but still not a... Ooh, okay. Still not a... Ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what to say now. Ace queen and ace 9. Looks like we're gonna kind of double up, I guess. What do we do there? Did we double up? Not even. I don't know what we did there. I guess we did. Math is hard. Kings right behind. This one we will to make 2 big blinds. We're just a little deeper now. Potential to get back in this tournament here, depending on how this plays out. Oh wow. Definitely potential to get back in this tournament. Let's pray for a clean run out here. We're gonna get multiple players in this pot as well. That would be pretty crazy. Ace 6. Clean, dealer. Clean. That's clean. Alright, we're back in. 58 bigs. Let's go. Never give up. 14 here. We're just shoving. Again, with bounties and stuff. I think that... we haven't been as reckless on this table, though. I've been a little bit more quiet. Do get the folds. Do get the folds. Back in the 11. I really thought we might have been cooked. I might just rip this one, too. I mean, 16 bigs. Everyone's so much deeper than we are. I think this is what we want to be doing most of the time here. All our chips, all our betting discs into the middle. Still 2 hours late reg. No, we're not on ACR this week. Still an hour of late reg, so see what we can do here. We do get looked up. Jack 10. Gorgeous looking flop. Great turn. And a very good river to seal it all off. We're back in this one as well. Still some hope for our session still. I have not opened any other poker sites yet today. I was kind of going to take it a little easy on the poker. I've been playing a lot of home games and stuff lately, but soon back to work, so I definitely want to take the opportunity to play while I still have the time, because once I get back to work, between work and the baby and everything, it'll be tough fitting it all in. Alright, so we're in the 55 Lucky Crown. We're out of late reg in that. That's a satellite. We only have 7 blinds, which is not that unusual for the satellite tournaments. See if we can spin it up. A lot of players, more players than what I expect. A lot of players are jumping in on that last minute late reg. We got in with like 20 minutes left, which is probably a bit much even. So we'll see how we get on there. Let's go to the $11 here. Covered by both players. Just called button here. Decent flop too, or a decent hand to take multi-way anyways. King Jack 5 on the flop. Middle pair here and check to us. I think we just bet. I think we just bet a decent amount here. It's probably a little bigger on the bigger side, but deeper stacks. Lower that stack to pot a little bit. Can never hurt. I don't have a very good hand in the satellite, but I might just try and go for it here. Got a lot of work to do. A lot of work ahead of us to get to that ticket. So we're going to start. Ace-7 I jammed. Got called by Ace-5. 7 on the flop. Happy days in the satellite. Top set here. Love it. Pretty good turn as well. Hopefully we can find a hand to get some value from here. A bit higher of a chance now with the jack. River Heart, not my favorite. Expect to see some bets from flush draws on flop a decent amount of the time. Maybe we get some hands to bluff. Ace-3, not one of those hands. So we're pulling it together here a little bit. Still no bounties in the boat, bounty boat. Ace a deuce. No good. 63 blinds. Had a major comeback here. We were not looking good there 15 minutes ago. Good little turnaround. Big bounties in this. $11 buy-in, $5 for the bounties. .8 suited in the big blind versus a big stack. Worth taking a look. Do flop a spade. Some backdoors as well. He's going to let us have a look on the turn. Ooh, that is one of the better cards on the deck. And of course, I cannot resist to take a stab here. Oh no, don't ruin our fun. We are having so much fun. Damn it. Why would you raise me here though? It just doesn't make any sense. Ah, unless you're slow playing a queen. 8.2, 30 some behind. Ah, this is so frustrating. I guess I just have to fold with 10 high. Ugh. That's all I gotta say about that. Shoulda re-spunked him there a little bit. No, and then he snap calls us with ace queen. Yep. Oh man. Thought we could do some damage there with the flush draw. Even versus a call. So many good rivers. Then he repops it. Getting tortured on the WPT streets today. Yeah, I didn't really think he was gonna do that. Was probably expecting a decent amount of calls. It was definitely tough to fold that one. Didn't feel good to fold that one, that's for sure. But we've had a couple of those. There'll be more to come, I'm sure. I'm like, oh, that did not feel good to fold. This one won't be folding. Very, very low likelihood of us folding this one. Folding. 40 blinds behind on the button. We can afford to make a small 3-bet here, I think. To like 8 bigs. Yeah, let's do 8 big blinds. Seems like a fair sizing here. 31 left in our stack, so should be relatively easy. 16 in the pot by the time someone calls. See how it all plays out. 21, 31 in our stack. He's gonna donk right out as well. Okay. Hopefully we don't see ace queen here. Whoa! What the heck? For a $5 bounty? What are we doing here? Definitely appreciate the chips though, but oh, I was hoping to get the rest of them. I only had a couple more. Not like I had a ton more left to get out of it. 15, 16 more blinds. But still, would have loved to have, greedy me would have loved to have gotten some more chips there. Crazy that he leads like that. Does not call for the $5 bounty, especially for how deep he is. I mean, it's not like it's going to cost him a ton more himself. Even if he loses the pot, he's still going to have 85 big blinds. Very surprised to see that. Even if he has the worst of the worst hand, he's going to have some kind of equity there to try and cooler us. Kind of crazy. Still holding on for the 55 ticket. Actually doing fairly well in that. 18 bigs. 35 remain. 10 get tickets. So with 25 left to go in that. This is a feeder, so it's we get sat in the tournament immediately, which is fine with us. And it is in late reg right now. I see the tournament 25K guarantee. The one that we are in the satellite for is running. $32 players and that $11. That's for the 110. This will be my last crack at trying to get into something today. 16 blinds. Yeah, I'm going to get in that. See if we can play the 110 today. We'll go to 2.5 here now. A little deeper with the 60 blinds now. We're not quite as shallow as what we were before. Oh, we're going to get flatted here. This could be a huge situation here. This is a fairly strong raise, considering we're opening from under the gun. They're raising us. Ace queen. Club? Okay. Not going to win that hand, unfortunately. And interesting turn. I mean, don't want to see an ace, but certainly some resuck opportunities there with the club coming in. Just unfortunate, because that's a good chance. 70 blinds in that pot, plus the bounty is going to cripple us here pretty hard. Still 33 in our stack. We're doing the dance here. We are doing the dance. Ace 2 going in the muck. Everyone's a little bit shorter now, including ourselves. Lines go up. I mean, I kind of want to in this with the 250 and the 250 bounty. Potential 2 bounties here. It's just not. We just have cards that are not going to be live that often. But the potential to play for 2 bounties here is definitely worth considering. Yeah, this is precisely what I was worried about, was just not having live cards. Much better to have live cards to try and win bounties than when you know you might be dominated. Start out low and slow, see if we can make something happen here. So far so good on ace high. 3 diamonds. Let out on. A 9 with no redraws to a flush. Finds it on the river. Wow. No, we are done. We are done. That is it for me. That is it for me. Let's see if we can survive the tide here with this. I can't find too many more different ways to lose. I think we could find maybe a couple, but I'm starting to run out of options here as far as how to lose pots. Just not going to happen today by the looks of it. Made those 2 mistakes earlier, and then we're just kind of getting run over by people smashing the deck. So it makes those mistakes earlier in the stream a little bit more costly. Good to be back on WPT again. The software has gotten so much better since when I first started playing on here. They didn't have the breaks figured out. There was no tournament lobbies. You could only look at this thing on the side. This wasn't even a thing up here. This bar at the top that you see in the top left corner there. So they've come so far with the stuff that they've done on the site, and it's really good to see them get the recognition that they deserve, because they've put the work in to really make it happen. Not that the site, well, it was when it was so early on. I remember they some of the tournaments had breaks, and then some of them didn't. I don't know how many emails I sent where I was like, get regular breaks. Have breaks in all your tournaments. I was like so mad. I was like, I'm so tired of having to sit out. I'm just needing to pee so bad and being like, I'm not doing this. I gotta run. I have to use the washroom. Okay. I debated on this one pretty hard. We open, get 3-bet with a caller. And back on us. Not really super stoked, especially in situations like this. I mean, where we flop a top pair. If we were to call, if we would have called in this spot. Oh man, alright. Not the stream that I was hoping for today. I was hoping to show us some deep stack tournament poker, but unfortunately, as is life, some plans don't go the way we exactly envision them. So we're down to one tournament. 20 big blinds. We've been on an up and down roller coaster ride in this tournament, so we'll see if we can spin it back up again. I do cover one player over here on my right, and another player up here on my left if whatever happens, depending on what happens in this situation. Although I still don't think we'd have him covered even if he loses this pot. We are actually getting pretty close to getting a seat in the 55 though. I have 0% convinced that we're going to get there, but we're getting relatively close. 16 players left and 10 make the seat. So you're saying there's a chance. We just got to wait out 6 other players. Should not be that difficult. Shouldn't be. Oh, goodness me. Ugh. I'll pull it up on stream here. If we make it to break, I'll pull it up. We're about to go through the blinds. I have 8.8 in my stack. And plenty of short stacks. Wow, and people are definitely playing for it as well, which is good to see. Whoa, okay, never mind. We're going to put this on right now because might make the money before we even get there. No longer the bounty boat. We'll just ignore that title for now. Aces, ace, queen, nines. Wow. Not what ace, queen wanted to see there at all. Can we get there, chat? Fingers crossed. It will be our one. It will be our one cash today if we do. 7.7 blinds, 50 seconds about on this level. We should be able to get in the small blind, hopefully, as long as there's no egregious tanking, which there certainly could be. 9.6 and a call. Wow, nobody messing around in this. Ace king versus ace 2. Needs a heart. Not going to get it. Not going to get it. Blinds are going up, so everyone's going to be a lot shorter. All right, let's go, Chris Jones. The invisible producer as of late. No, we were in decent shape there as well. Only having to face the one over card is not terrible. We are done, chap. We are all in but the buttons here. We're all in but the buttons here. 12 of 15. Just going to fold this hand. I know it's tight, but we're in a satellite, so we're going to fold. Play conservatively. Four to go to the seat. This is our last table, so hopefully we can make it into this tournament. I don't know if 11 makes seats. 11 paid, yeah, 35 bucks for 11th. Which is not a horrible consolation prize, but oh, it does call it off. Wow. All right, we are on break. It still looks like 14 players left. We're just going to take a quick look here before we go. Thirteen players left by the looks of it. 14 yet. Kind of funny, it says 13 up there, but 14 on here. But all right. Whew. Fingers crossed. One cash today. Can we do it? Can we do it? Just got to run this out. Be back here in a minute. See you guys. Alrighty. There we go. I was just double checking the audio situation. Alright, 13 left. Minute 45 on this level. See how this goes. You should never be getting walked here, but yeah, right there it goes. You never do know. You never do know. I'm not going to tank because it's going to hurt me, especially in the blinds. 1.2 here, and I'm certain that there's other short stacks as well. Two big stacks are sitting out now, which they are smart to do. Big raise. Big raise and a quick fold. Go to the blinds once again before they go up as well, which is good. It's going to be a very tight run to the finish here. Should be tanking a little bit there probably now, but if we're hand for hand, I don't think it. Yeah, we are hand for hand, so I don't think it matters. Holding on. We're holding on, chat. You. Pray for the ace king, everybody. Let's go. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. Should be the bubble for the little bit of money. The little money bubble that there is. Still think for hand, so I don't think it matters too much. Potential of us blinding off here is fairly high. .5, yeah, it's going to be close. To see if we can get through the blinds. All the short stacks hoping for a big collision. All the shorties are hooraying. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do here, really. Alright, I guess it's probably better to bubble now than later. Okay. Take that result. Actually, they had a pretty big hand there as well. Oh, we made the $35, the fake bubble. Oh, baby. Can we do it, chat? Oh, there's two of them in there. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, please. Oh, let's go. Let's go. 9 on the river for the extra pain. All right. Let's go. We are in, chat. Instantly sat in. 50 big blinds. Mystery bounty. The stream continues. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. We got our cash today. Woohoo! Thank you, Chris Jones, for the pocket fives. Let's see if we can make good on all our past mistakes from this morning and have a nice little run in this. Let's go. I'm going to go quickly have a coffee. I got one on the go. I'll put the music back on. And I will be back. All right. Had to get my trusty Rec Poker mug. Quickly called. Oh. Did not spell crown right there at all. There we go. Got my W's and R's mixed up. Ooh. We're going to be put into the fray here. Put into the fray here. Hopefully we can hold. Oh my god. So tired of losing in those spots where it's runner like that. Just give him the queen. Just put the queen out. Just put the queen out there. Like, it's fine. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's never easy. Poker is not easy. I just can't believe that happened to us twice today. Both in spots where really important to win. Hurts a little bit more that way too. Just flips, but just important to win. Important to win in those situations. Now we're the short stack, unfortunately. See if we can last more than 5 minutes in this. Oh man, a little bit frustrated about that. Now we have to play kind of like short stacked here. Not sure if I really even want to open this, knowing the potential of getting repopped and not being able to defend. Yep. Guess I know where I'm at. I know pretty well where I'm at. Not a big fan of opening those hands, but just a playable hand. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Kind of short-handed here at this table. I'm just going to fold. Can't push our luck too hard with the fives. Gosh, I was just looking forward to having 50 blinds in this and not having to just being able to play a little bit, but not the way it was intended to be. We can make some short stacks work. We did it earlier in the 11, actually. We came back from a bit of a deficit. We weren't able to hold on to it, but not even going to mess with this one at all. Pretty junky looking. Mining for trips. Oh, and they're just shoving. Yeah. Just really don't want to get 3-bet and then have to fold off that stack. Coming up on an hour left of late reg. Couple of limps. Interested to see how they're going to respond here. Two folds, wow. Actually off deeper stacks as well. Suited under the gun, we're definitely going to be opening this hand. Don't think I Really want to shove. See if we can at least see 3 cards here. No need. We win the pot. The slow grind up continues. 8-minute levels, so we do have a reasonable amount of time to maneuver. Continue to keep out of the way. Threes with the set. No good on the river. Seeing some flushes come in today. We're going to hold on to these last 17 blinds, see if we can find a good spot to try and double up. Through the blinds now, so should be a little bit easier to cruise along here. Decent suited hand, but into the muck it goes. The little corner of my computer screen sticking through there. There we are. Whoa. We had the other 10 and the 9 as well. Seen some limping to the left of us from these two players. Kind of all right with it with this specific hand that we have here in the big blind. Fine to see a flop without risking any more of our stack. No blue, unfortunately. We really wanted to see some blue cards. Don't really have enough chips to try and steal. Feel like flopper turn would have been our time there to maybe try and do something, but again, hard to do it with such a short stack. The ace king versus queen's hand pretty much sewered our chances in this one. Gonna have a hard time coming back now. Down to 12 bigs. See if we can maneuver a little bit more here. Threes going in the muck. Could have stacked off potentially, but hard to do it with so much action in front of us. Some low suited cards, always prefer to have the higher ones now at this point. We're so short. Kind of tempting just to jam here. I think we can find better hand though. Suited, I'm definitely going to go there, but offsuit is a little harder to pull the trigger, especially if we were cut off. If we were at this player's seat, then makes it a little easier for us to try and steal the blinds potentially. But with extra players in between, it's going to be a little harder to try and do that. Chances of running into a hand are a bit higher. We'll keep chugging along. We're kind of just in the spot now where we got to wait for a hand to shove. We're in the shoving game now. Some big action here. Curious to see what under the gun does. Could see a snap call here. We do. Queens. with top set once again. Wow. We move tables. A lot of action on that table. Not doing anything with this, just going into the muck. Alright, we'll do it with this one. Take it down. Suited is a little better, but still nothing too out of the ordinary that we can't just fold. Still fairly short, 14 blinds. Only picked up a few chips with that steal. Or shove, I should say. Not a steal. Ooh, flush versus aces. Table breaks again. We see a familiar face across from us, though. See where we cycle out at. Looks like the little blinds are going to go up next hand. All in a quick call. Queens versus jacks. Seeing a lot of queens today. Oh. Yummy for the jacks on the river. Just drills it. Blinds are going up, so we're basically still in the same kind of situation we were before. Cruising along. I'm looking for a hand to be all in with. Short-handed, this is probably close. Similar to the ace-3. I think we have a little bit more fold equity on this table, just judging by how it's played so far. Only a couple hands in, but some shorter stacks as well. I mean, we don't mind being all in against this, but I still think we're going to see some calls here. Ten six suited. Who would have the best hand? Chop there with the ace-3. King X in the big blind. See if we get shoved on here. Probably the only thing that's going to happen unless we get the walk. Ooh, limp. Let's go. Love to see it. Some potential raising here as well with the offsuit king. Now we're just going to call. Deuce on the river doesn't do a whole lot. Small betting here, though. And unfortunate on the river. I think our good chance there was to raise pre-flop. Oh man, this can't get a good roll on today. Even this one is not that great. Because we're always getting called. Potentially by two players even. Could have called ourselves, I guess, but then we're really hoping for clubs. Oh man, oh man. Tough day on the felt. Sunday usually is. The better players usually come out to lay in the larger guarantees. I just feel like Fridays and Saturdays are a much better day for me. We're through the blinds, which is excellent considering they're going to go up here in just a moment. getting through the late reg process. Only 40 minutes left. I think I'm just going to shove this one down to less than 8 bigs. See if we can pick up some blinds here. If we get called, hopefully we got live cards. We do get called. This could be it. Oh, man. We literally couldn't ask for any better of a flop and just can't get there. GG's. Yeah. I mean, that was probably the worst I've played in a really long time. I think I made some really, really big mistakes at the start of the stream. And, I mean, we literally could not get any worse of runouts in a few of those hands. Like, I'm anyways, just a little speechless at how bad that was. I mean, just flopping sets and then runner flush, or top pair, runner flush, stuff like that. Big pots, 70, 80 blinds that we need to win to really proceed with the tournaments that we're in, and we just could not get there. Couldn't hold. So, we'll be back again next week. We'll be on a different site. I know I said I was going to do 888 this week, but we switched over to WPT because of the special promotions going on. By the way, make sure you get in the free roll tonight if you're able to play on WPT Global. Some cool stuff going on there for Montreal up in Playground, so check that out. Stuff in the lobby there. And some stuff on our Rec Poker on the Twitter. And yeah, you can go check it out. Pretty disappointed with today, though. Pretty disappointed that just nothing went our way. I was hoping for a good showing on one of our new partners, WPT Global. Appreciate them for promoting Rec Poker, and yeah, one of my favorite sites. Unfortunately, could not get anything going today. Like right off the rip. I mean, say there was a couple hands I wish I had back at the start, and then at the end of the session we were just getting the backwards end of the deck where we just couldn't get anything to go right. So, like I say, we'll pick a different site next week. It might be GG, might be 888. We'll go through the sites and see where we end up. I'm excited. Get off of WPT again for a little bit. No offense, WPT. Although, like I was saying on the stream today, much more improved from where they first started. I've been playing on there since it first started. And, man, they've come so far. The site is so good now. It's the software and just everything runs really smooth. Guarantees are really good. The lobby is filled up, like, beautifully. Like, there's really nice tournament selection on there. So, as far as our actual results go, it sucked. And I'm looking forward to changing it up as always. So, tune in. We have another podcast this week, and look forward to seeing you guys next week on the stream, and good luck on your Sunday grinds. See ya.